Hey yo, how's it going, peepos? It's a good day, a good day. Harneet Grewal is out of hiding and back to his trolling ways. So we got a little bit of Mike and Nick Volt. They end up on panel together, and if you know Mike and Nick Volt, they're going to argue.
Isn't drugs and alcohol how we handle our mental health issues as
I
adult
think
men?
everybody like copes in different ways.
I use tramadol. I got a, I
See,
got a whole new bag of it today.
you got to step up your game because that tramadol is not that great.
No, the only reason well, because I got to work too. If I step on my game, then I don't want to be like strung out on heroin or anything.
This is gonna get good, man. This is gonna get good, Jeff. This is gonna get good. This is
Well,
gonna get
it can't get too good because I only have
Mike,
about
what do you
half an hour.
what is your drug of choice?
zero.
I
What
don't
did you say?
Tylenol.
I don't know if
Tylenol.
anybody
Tylenol. That's like the worst one for you, ironically.
Liver, and it's bad for your liver. But the problem is that I have since I had multiple knee surgeries, I do get sometimes I get knee pain, but it's minor. It's not because I've lost weight. So the good thing is that the doctor, when I went to my doctor, he said, get a regimen, lose some weight, because I was about 235. I'm about 209 now. So losing those 20 something pounds, it alleviated a lot of stress on my knees. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. But people that do have knee surgeries that are 250, higher than that, it's a lot of stress on your knees. But I'm
On your
doing
on your
great.
whole skeletal system, like obesity.
Yeah.
Our culture has lost track of the fact that obesity is actually very unhealthy.
It is. It is. And you know what?
I
When you
have.
when you lose weight, not saying you get endorphin rushes, but your body just feels you're lighter. You're like a feather. You're just lighter. Now, will I ever be 180, 50 pounds? No, because I'm taller. So no, I'm always going to be around 210, somewhere around that, and that's healthy. That's a healthy
But you
weight.
look like you have a good like proportion. What do they call it? Body
Your body
height
mass weight.
to
Yeah,
You guys
BMI.
are
I
big,
proportion.
really
good,
You
good
don't
look
you,
BMI.
Brad?
you look well
Very
proportioned,
good
whatever
BMI.
your number
Yeah,
is.
very good. And to be taller and to be, like I said, when I was in my teens, I got it. I got a little bit overweight when I was in my teens because you're eating a lot. You're Italian. You're slamming down donuts and freaking pasta. But then once I started playing basketball and playing football, you get on a regiment where you get more healthy. You get into you hit the gym and you get more healthy.
So, are
But
you here to help people with their mental health too? You're healed as well.
yeah. I mean, the thing is that I like to
Mike's
troll,
helped
bro.
before.
I like to troll, but the thing is that if no one attacks me, I don't attack them. I
But
don't.
Solo didn't attack you.
I just think that Jeff has a team between me and Mike. Jeff has a team of really accomplished, healthy mental health experts on panel. And Nick Bolt down there. I mean, look at that. Look at those eyes.
Yeah, I'm kind of
The thing
scary.
is,
Hey,
if
cool
you
panel, Dusty, the other day.
Hmm?
Your panel that was interesting.
I
yeah,
like guys named Michael, so it's cool, Michael.
you
I
like
like
guys named Michael. So how many Michaels have you dated?
Saint
Just
Michael.
how many Michaels have you dated?
Oh, are we back to
zero,
how gay's the
zero,
lowest?
I want to hear about his
zero.
trip to the fortune teller.
Do you like
Yes,
the way
for
they
Nick,
what?
do me a
say?
favor. Nick, do yourself a
Somebody
favor.
talk to
Don't
me.
speak to me, dude. You
Dan?
put a
Oh
picture of
wait,
my
hang on! I
grandson
totally
online.
forgot
You
that
put a
the two
picture
of
of
you were
my
on panel
underage
together.
Yeah.
grandson online.
This is my
That's what you
bad.
did.
My
We're
bad.
fine. We're
I was on
fine.
first. I just had to step down for a while, so
You
But
should
I
see
do want to
that.
hear the story one day, Nick, of the
yeah.
picture thing
I
because it
was there
keeps
You
first.
coming
should
up.
see
Nick, why did you
Nick.
do that? Why did you put a
Literally.
picture of my 8-year-old grandson online? Why did you do that?
To
Why?
troll you,
Why?
obviously, and it's still getting a
Well,
reaction.
that's bro, that's pedo shit. That's pedo shit. Putting a child's picture as your avatar online, that's sick.
You know what's actually more sick though is that Nick Vote Harneet over here. He frickin' comes up here and lies. He says he didn't do it, which is stupid because there's video proof of him doing it. I mean, I'll probably look it up and see if I can find it and put it in here. But I was watching when he did it at the very least. I seen that happen. And it was creepy because it's like, bro, why did you have that kid as one of your avatars saved on your computer, ready to fire off? And I mean, arguably you did it on purpose. You flashed it, like twice or something. Anyway.
That's not
hoe.
funny.
That's hoe shit. That's hoe shit.
That's not funny, bro. That's not funny.
Wasn't
I'm
it?
sorry. I made a mistake. You're lying. Nick, you
Did
said
that
that you
help your mental
you
health?
Nick, you
Get it
said
out.
Nick, you said online that you sit in a corner and watch your wife bang dudes. Is that true?
Okay, so who did that? Oh, Mike, who put a picture of your relative on the camera?
Nick Volt put a picture of my
Mike's
8-year-old grandson as his
grandson as
avatar
his avatar.
online.
Okay, so which
Online.
person on here? Which person on here is
Nick
that?
Volt.
The
Nick
one with
Volt.
the PhD. That's
And,
me.
and
Yeah.
where did you get it?
Yeah, apparently I
The
did
troll,
this.
the
But,
trolling professor.
That's not a
you know what,
troll.
Jeff? I
That's
don't
a
have time for
pedophile.
this.
That's a pedophile. That's a
No,
pedophile.
Mike, that's
doesn't make
Mike.
him a pedophile.
Mike,
what that
I'm gonna
is.
take you off.
It makes him a bitch and a hoe. It doesn't make him a pedophile.
I mean,
Right.
let's let
quit
Mike
with
have
those
his.
stupid PDF accusations. That's a
I
YouTube
think that
thing.
Mike needs to carry a little bit of the blame for behaving in a way that incentivizes it currently.
Yeah,
Now, that was a very
Okay.
intelligent.
Well,
comment.
Dusty. So Flo, I respect you, Flo.
You
Flo,
know
I
this is a
respect
troll,
you, right?
right,
Flo,
Flo?
I have, and you know me for years, Flo. I have
Flo,
never,
for years.
ever
For years,
put
you
pictures
knew
of
him,
people's
right?
kids online. I've never done
I,
that.
That's
I
way
never
back.
do that. Yeah, I never
Never
do
done
that.
that.
People that do that are fucking scum, dude. It doesn't make them a PDF, but it makes them a trick and a hoe and a punk bitch.
Yeah, it is a pretty scummy thing to do. That's why accusing somebody of it is kind of like a cheap shot. That is a beautiful
You
car.
did it, but you did it. You did it, bro. You did it. Will you admit that you did it? Will you admit that you did it? Just admit that you did
He
that.
didn't deny it. He had all that.
Admit
He
that
already
you did
has.
it. So you put a
Decided to
child's,
do that.
you put my
Honestly, it's like
grandson's
asking,
picture
when did you
online.
stop beating your wife? Like, when did you stop
Beating
beating
my
your
wife?
wife? Like, it's a silly
I
thing to
didn't.
say.
I'm not
So
beating my
even-
wife.
no,
I've never put
not
my
even
hands on a
acknowledging
female
with a
ever.
response.
I didn't put my hands on a female.
But,
See, now you're retracting.
Those
Now
of you
you're
who want to
retracting.
search YouTube, you can
You're
find the true story.
retracting. Jeff, I'm going
No,
in.
it seems
I'm
it seems like
going
you did.
in.
I mean, I just took it for like
I'm going in. I'm going in.
granted that you
Nick,
did. That part
Nick,
was
you
true.
admitted. Nick, you admitted
And
that
you
you have
didn't deny
mental
it.
Mike's
health
not going
issues, right?
anywhere.
You
He just
admitted that you have.
now-
You admitted that you have
He
autism.
knows what
You
happened
admitted
last
that.
time he did
You
this.
admitted
He
that.
really even shouldn't be talking to me.
You admitted that. Okay. And what you did when you put my 8-year-old grandson's picture online, you were internet lore. You're a piece of
Yawn,
garbage.
yawn.
You're a
yawn.
piece of
Well,
garbage.
what do you
bro.
want from him right now? Like, if he
I
apologizes,
want
to
him.
you,
I
maybe?
want him to leave. I want him to leave the internet. I want just leave.
He's not going to
bro.
leave the
Just leave.
internet
Yeah,
just
not
because you
gonna
want him to. That's not reasonable. Just like you're not going to leave the internet.
Jeff, do you think it's okay to put an 8-year-old kid as your
No,
avatar
I think
online?
I think it's low and scummy, like Solo said. It's a
Yeah, but it didn't happen. So, but hey, this person has a good track record of telling the truth. So if you all want to believe him, that's fine.
well, it probably happened. I mean, you
No,
are
well,
you
it
are
didn't
a
happen the
troll.
way it didn't happen
But
the way.
Nick,
Well, how did it happen?
You
What's
just
your
admitted it
version
happened.
of
You just
it?
admitted it happened.
No,
it's sort
we
of
heard your
ironic.
side
It's sort
of
of
it, but we
ironic
didn't hear
that
his.
it's sort of ironic that we were talking about psychics. One of the greatest tools a troll can
He's
have.
diverting.
is the ability-
Jeff, he will not. Jeff, he will not
We
answer.
let
He
you
will not
talk.
answer a direct question.
Let him talk.
is
Let
the
him talk.
ability to do what's called the cold read. And now most of us, including myself, we put up a lot of crap on the internet. Now, the photograph in question was not of an 8-year-old, it was of an adult. I had no idea that this individual was related. However, based on my cold reading of him, I was like, oh, you know what? This is probably some member of his family. Somehow over the last 2 years, the story has morphed into an 8-year-old. I don't put pictures of children on.
But you did
my
You did
social
put
media.
someone from his
I don't
family
put
to trolling.
Well, it was
That you got
grabbed
off of
from the
Facebook?
Crowley's own social media page. So it's not like any.
Why were you doing that in the first place? Did you have something
Well,
against him to
because this
begin with?
individual, for zero reasons whatsoever, decided to come after me, which ironically I was defending him at the time. And then, just to make a stupid point, I got him to rage quit and he got really angry about it. So, but you know what? I'm not really interested in that. Honestly, the rest of the internet has already judged this individual. I mean, you could just go look at the track record. I didn't know he was on up here because I said I was.
I didn't know. I wasn't supposed to have the two of you on.
Yeah, I was going to come back. I just had to step down for a while, but I see somebody popped up really quick once they saw us gone. I don't mind talking to everybody else, but I'm not going to entertain anything from this individual.
Okay. Well, Pat was using up his troll credit.
Sure. No problem. No. Okay, no. My son is grown. My grandson is a child. You put a picture of a child online, not my son.
I know, but
look at how much
you
advertising
put
you're
a
doing
picture
for
of
it.
a child online. Nick, you are sick.
Look
fuck.
how much
You are
advertising
sick
you're doing for it, Grandpa.
fuck. Harneet Grewal. You're a sick
What does that
fuck.
mean?
I don't know what.
That's his real name. That's his real name, Harneet Grewal. You put a picture of my
Mike, you
8-year-old
can't
grandson online. I can do anything I
No.
Bye-bye.
You cannot come on my channel and dox people. I cannot believe you, the master troll, are letting this guy get under your skin as much as you are.
No, Mike's
Honestly,
setting it up.
I
Mike,
don't even talk to him anymore.
now I would request Nick send me the picture if he still has it so that I can use it. Mike
I
is
totally believe
absolutely
it
the one.
happened.
No, even if I had such a photograph, I wouldn't send it because.
But Mike is the one putting his grandson on display and advertising it right now.
Doing that kind of stuff.
All right. Well, Mike, I would put a picture of your grandson up right now, but I'm busy and I don't have one. So, but not because, so purely because he's trying to weaponize his own grandson and then play victim in the process.
That's actually a very good analysis of what he's trying to do. But I mean, that's what you have to do when you got nothing.
Hey,
you got
Bones.
nothing. Anyways, what were we talking about before?
Mental health, I think.
Oh yeah, me and Mike have fixed our health.
Well, I've retired from trolling. Also, I'm better at seeing when people have mental health issues, and I think going after people who have mental health issues. I mean, they make easy targets, but it's probably not the best thing to do.
What mental health issues do you think that Mike has?
I'm not qualified to diagnose those.
I know. I just want you to speculate. I know that you're not an expert and you can't diagnose.
Do you really need me to speculate?
I don't need to. It just sounds fun.
Why are you asking me?
Nick, okay, hang on. Let me set the record straight. Nick did not do anything. I took Mike off because he was doxing. That's why it's not anything Nick said or did. Other than Nick, I guess, provoked him into doxing.
I didn't provoke him. I didn't realize he was on here. If he was, I wouldn't have come back up. I had something to do and I was going to come back up, but like I said, I guess the minute I jumped off, I looked back at the replay. He, jumped on, but it wasn't.
How many people, Jeff, have you had not at the same time rules with Mike over?
With Mike in particular, not very many. That's why this happens because I have so few. I don't even think about I don't even have to keep up with.
Well, have you had that rule with anybody but that didn't involve Mike?
Yeah. I do. Okay. In fact, I had it before Mike even showed up. I had.
No, I'm just asking because I know that you used to have that with me and Mike, and then that seems to have gone away. And now that I guess you.
Well, because I thought y'all patched things up.
And to be fair, I mean, I'm mature enough that I can be on panel with somebody I don't like. I've done it before, but
because weren't y'all on panel a while back saying how y'all are?
I enjoy Mike. I don't know that we're going to be, splitting a timeshare or anything.
Fun to watch. Definitely fun to watch.
I got no issue with Mike
too, but he can't dox on my channel, but nobody can. I take other people off when they do the same thing.
It's hard to talk when he's here sometimes. That's about it.
Yeah, you really have to fight for the mic. You have to fight Mike for the mic.
Nice fun.
You look kind of weird with your crazy picture, dude.
What was that? No, I am the voice of reason.
Cards, Nick, but I think he'll want me to do this privately. So after we're done here.
Shit! We want to do it now. Zephyr,
No.
say it out loud.
Now.
Nick,
Live. Do it now.
he
Do it
wants
now.
it.
You give me permission to? Okay, you're mean, Nick. You're being mean.
What? I'm being mean?
Yeah, you're being mean. I
Sorry.
think this seems to have to do with Mike, and it seems like you're getting
No,
triggered.
no. I come off as mean. I'm
Yeah, but
working on it.
You
Yeah,
actually don't come off as mean, which is
But I
makes it
do
more
think it's
interesting.
mean to take a picture of somebody's like
no, I mean,
young family member off of Facebook and
okay,
troll it.
again, Jeff, that
Oh,
never.
dude, if you did that, that's wrong, dog. You shouldn't.
Nobody has done that. Okay.
All right, well, let's continue.
This is
Carry
the
on. I want to hear what
tarot
Zephyr has to
troll.
say.
See, and that is the flat out lie that Nick Volt is telling because he thinks, oh, Jeffrey's stupid, he won't look it up, or he thinks, oh, somebody in the chat's not just gonna look it up and send Jeffrey a video and go like, oh, look, he's lying. You know, I don't know. Something's up with Nick Volt. You can tell he's real low energy, real low, like, mentality wise, like that whatever it is, tramadol or whatever, must be pretty strong. I looked it up. It's an opioid, so it's like a pain. It's a pain pill that works on the brain chemistry a bit. So yeah, he's taking some painkillers, and it said they're okay to take with other painkillers and stuff. It said that actually makes them better, which is kind of weird. I never heard of a medicine like that where they're like, you should take this with other drugs.
That's
I'm
what saying.
bisexual and gay because I'm
This
happy.
Hanover's
You know,
reality.
we don't even use the term. You know, you can say gay, but then sort of academically, we say men who have sex with men. Men
No,
can
I
have
just
sex
think
with men,
that's so
but not
stupid.
necessarily be gay.
That's so nobody talks that way.
Is that how they
The
defend
empathy-
in academia?
Well, the way they talk in academia, nobody talks like that.
Because it's real. If you
Gay.
really feel it, you feel
I
it.
mean,
Like,
we say menstruating
know.
women.
I know this dude doesn't want in my butthole, but Jeff is into that type of shit, so it makes him feel a certain type of way.
Jealous.
That's
Are you
what-
jealous,
No, it
Jeff?
really doesn't. I can tell the difference and compartmentalize you talking about your experience with the female and her butthole
Yeah, I don't know. Those
versus
nipple ears,
my
those
experience
nipple
with
ears,
guys. So
those-
it doesn't make me feel any kind of way.
I'll mic down. I'll mic down so that you can keep telling Nick why he's fucked up.
He's not fucked up. You're fucked
Well,
up.
I did. It's I don't know him well enough to know, but I have to
okay.
like he doing that thing with the picture is not.
I didn't do that.
I'll feel personally like I'm not good
Wait,
enough.
tell a client what are you let me figure out. You're involved. See, this is why I knew this conversation wasn't going to go anywhere, and there was no point in trying to resolve it because people are not going to be honest and just be transparent about the thing. So it turns out, yes, he did do it, but it was in response to something Mike did. But we had to dance around for hours to even get to that part of the
And it was something that
story,
was
which was obvious from the beginning. And I don't have the patience for those kind of pointless twists and turns for no reason. I like when people can just get the issues out and resolve them.
yeah. I think that's the consequences of being a good troll.
Is that you troll yourself?
Is that
Like
people
you can't even be straight when you need
you
to.
have to be able to take it as well as you give it.
You know,
Trolls are the
I am-
most sensitive people on the
I
internet.
am perfectly willing to go back and check. And it is true, I did post a photograph. If there happened to be a child in that photograph, the one thing you should know is I had no idea it was his grandson. And that probably wasn't the best move, you know. But if you look at that whole instance in its totality, and you're right, there is a video, and I'm not going to discuss it here, but you know what, compared to what Mike did and the steps which I had to take after he did what he did, the photograph is very, very low on the list of people doing wrong things.
And it's Mike's fault that it's still getting advertised and talked about, given air. Like
I didn't even know about it.
You know
Right.
what?
Yeah,
It
it's
would
really
have
not
been
that big of
done
a
and
deal. I
buried.
mean, we're talking about. I mean, it's one of those things when you keep advertising and a bunch of people look at it, but in reality,
Well, what did he do that it was in response to?
you know, I'll send you the video. You can judge for yourself.
Oh,
come on, dude.
I'm not even going to taint
Say
your
it.
opinion of it by telling my side
that's
of it.
fair.
Just watch
That's
it for
fair.
yourself and then make your own
I don't-
decision.
No,
Hey,
just
Miss
dude,
Thing.
come on, tell us, dude. If you don't tell us now, I'm not gonna know, dude.
You don't really care then, so if you're not willing to put in the work,
Okay, if you can, okay, showing people's what could he have done that you would show us like that? That just sounds creepy, dog. Like, still, I wouldn't show a picture of a grandson. He's a little the dude's a punk, dude. You don't have to show his grandson to prove he's a punk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a punk on the internet. I mean, it happens. It's the internet. But
Right.
you
Again,
don't want to
I'm
go
a punk.
outside of the internet and
Twice
start doing
over.
shit. When you start doing that, then you get slapped back. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Alright, we'll wrap that up there. It's just Nick Volt being a lying idiot, like always. Just interesting to see him bouncing around up to the same old lying ways. It's just interesting to see him in the wild. I'm semi glad he's back, but he also is boring. I wouldn't really want to talk to him too much because he is boring. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys later. Peace.
Maybe
Would
he's
surprise me.
maybe he's sniffing his own butthole, wanting to smell someone else's right now.
I can smell my
I don't know.
butthole.
You have this obsession with buttholes.